Hello, everybody. I'm so excited to be here with you guys tonight. Let me turn my music off. It's in my ear. Oh no, I hope y'all can't hear that because y'all not supposed to be hearing my music. But so here we are again, another day, and it's a good day. It's a good day, even though it's a challenging time for a lot of us. A lot of us have been going through some stuff during this season. But at the end of the day, regardless of what you're going through, you will always still come out on top. You'll still come out with the victory. That's if you have faith to believe that you can have the victory. And that's important. If you don't have the faith, then everything else is pretty much irrelevant. I'm just saying, whoa, gosh, I had lipstick on my teeth. Did y'all see that? Okay, so y'all be careful now. Y'all let me know if we get back on there again. But anyway, this has been a season that a lot of people have been just going through a lot of stuff. I know I was supposed to have been on here at 11, 11:30. I don't know. I was watching a live by somebody else, so I'll just say that. And that was interesting. So I was being nosy and stayed over there a little bit longer. It's like going to a party and then you tell somebody else that you're going to come to their party too. However, you start having a good time at the first party, you don't want to go to the second one. Well, not that I didn't want to come to the second one. Don't take it the wrong way that I didn't want to see, didn't want to be here because I did. I've been trying to do this since yesterday. Excuse me. Y'all don't look at my nails. Please don't. I've been mopping floors and stuff today. So anyway, I don't have a housekeeper yet. I don't know that I want one, but anyway, they come with some drama too. So the topic of the day was invasion of the promise snatchers. Invasion of the promise snatchers. So the whole point, excuse me, what I'm going to talk about tonight is this: how do you see yourself? And I've been talking about this for a while, so it's nothing new. If you go back and look at my other live videos and my videos from YouTube, I mean Facebook, you can find me on Facebook too. So if you go back and look at some of my live videos on there, I've been talking since the pandemic. However, I was not going live on YouTube since the pandemic. I was going live on Facebook. I didn't know a whole lot about YouTube. I've been a member of YouTube since 2016, and I've been watching it a little bit and, getting a little bit here and there. But these YouTube streets, they're not nice. But the whole thing is if we can just figure out that it's okay to be different. It's okay to be different. It's okay to have a different perspective. As you all see in my title, it says a gray haired perspective. And my perception or my perspective of things is so different than it was when I was 20 years old. I'm 57. I am proud to tell you I am 57 years old and I will be 50. Wait a minute. Am I 57 yet? No, I'm not. Sorry. I'll be 57 September 1st. I'm 56. That's a shame when you can't remember your own age. That's what happens when you get 56. But anyway, I'm so close to it. I guess that's why I just go ahead and start saying it so I can kind of get used to saying it. But anyway, so my perception and my perspective is different. The biggest thing is that I have decided that I am in charge of a lot of things that happen to me. And one of the things is I know you all have heard this a million times, and I'm not sure where the quote originated, but it was you teach people how to treat you. And it might have been Elanya Van Zandt, or however you say her name, or it could have been Maya Angelou, because I know Maya Angelou says, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them. Hello. They tell you who they are. And then we just try to front and act like they're not really who they are because we don't want to, you know, make waves or whatever. But anyway, I want to say thank you to my audience down there. I see you guys. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. They sit in the same exact seats every week. Isn't that amazing? They come every single week, stay in the same seats. They don't move. They don't do anything. They just come and sit and look at me. But they buy tickets, so I come and talk. That's the way it's gonna be real soon, y'all. I want to say this too. Thank you to the new subscribers and in these YouTube streets. I'm kind of in the background. I don't make a whole lot of noise, but um, I noticed that people are supporting each other now. Other YouTube, whatever YouTubers, YouTubist, YouTuberist. I don't know. I know it's a word for it, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, so they're helping each other. There was a big crisis not long ago in the YouTube world. And I'm going to say this, and this is the last time I'm going to talk about that too. I have a ticky ticky boom just like everybody else. I remember this guy told me, because I do graphic design, right? And he wanted me to write a poem for this girl that he thought he was in love with. And I said, well, how long have you known her? And he said, oh, about 6 months. I said, well, you haven't had a chance to meet her ticky ticky boom yet. Everybody has one. So what you need to do, ladies, I'm just saying, so you'll know. I mean, it's important. See the ticky ticky boom first, then you know if you can deal with it. Because that person's ticky ticky boom might be too big for yours. Because see, I have my own ticky ticky, and it's quite large. I try my best to keep that monster under wraps, but you get to meet it if you push, push, push. Now, what I won't do is allow anybody to disrespect me anymore. Um, I've done that all my life. Just bow down, let people disrespect me, walk over me, treat me any kind of way because they could, and I did, and I let it happen. But the more you take on the persona of other people, the further away you get from your destiny. Everybody has their own journey. That's what you have to remember. Everyone has their own journey. Just like you, right there on the second row. Yeah, you down there with the what you have on. Well, I can't see what you have on, but the lady with the blonde hair on the front row. Wait a minute. I ain't even looking at that lady. Wherever the other lady is, y'all see what I'm saying. But anyway, so y'all understand what I'm saying, don't you? Don't you? Y'all get it? See, all of them agreeing with me. So when you meet somebody or whatever that person is in your life, whatever it is, just learn to be respectful. If they're respectful to you, you have to be respectful to them. That's all. And everybody has to respect each other. And don't jump on a bandwagon if you don't know all the facts. There was something I listened to today that was quite disturbing, and they did not know the facts. And it's okay to have your opinion because everybody has an opinion and everybody's right. Because guess what? I think I'm right all the time. And I'm sure everybody on here, your opinion is just as right as the opinion of the person before you. Did you know that? Did you know that that person is not answering you when you ask them a question? They think they're right, even though they don't tell you what they're thinking about. They still think they're right. You're supposed to read their minds and know what they're thinking about. Even they think they're right. Even if they didn't tell you what they was thinking, they think they're right. So, what I have found, I hope this helps you guys because I have found out something about this pandemic. You want to hear it? If you guys are talking to me, I don't know because I don't look at the chats. I don't have time because that gets me off my game, and I'm not trying to be off my game because I have something to say. Now, let me preface this by saying I am not a preacher, evangelist, doctor, nurse, Indian chief. I'm not an usher. I'm not any of those things. I'm not the reverend. I'm not an evangelist, nothing. None of those titles, put it that way. But what I am is a chick in the pews. I was going to say in the pews, in the pews with something to say. And if my something that I have to say can help somebody, then that's what it is. And I love you guys for supporting me. This is heavy. I woke up the other morning, I was like, whoa, whoa. What just happened? Oh my goodness. So thank you guys. Thank you. We're gonna get there together. I don't even try to do anything other than just speak to you and hope that whatever I say can help. But let's get back to this grasshopper thing. I want to go all the way back. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. My sinuses are just running ragged. Usually I take a Metamucil before I come on. And so please forgive me. Okay. So, grasshoppers. Let me tell you something about a grasshopper. So, let me tell you about the scripture. I got to look it up, y'all. So, I'm old. I don't remember all this stuff. So, it's okay. But this is the way I do it. Everybody doesn't do everything the way everybody else does it. If you don't do something the way everybody else does it, it is cool as long as you get to the same result. The ultimate thing is to get to the same result. I'm learning that the hard way. It takes some things to get to the result, but um people have different ideas about what is right. And it's crazy because the people that you think get it or get you have no clue. I'm just making sure. No, no lipstick. But they don't know. They don't know why you're on YouTube. All they know is you doing something on the, I don't know, she doing something. She up to something again. She's into something. So this grasshopper, for years and years and years, I'm 56. I'm just starting to realize that when you consider yourself a grasshopper, you consider yourself small and insignificant. But even a grasshopper has a significance. So let me tell you why I'm talking about the grasshopper. So first of all, let's get started with that. Let's talk about what a grasshopper is. He has, or he had, I'm going to say he has very powerful hind legs, a large pair of compound eyes, and a pair of thread-like antenna, or however you say it in the plural, but I don't want to mess it up. But anyway, they are among what is probably the most ancient living group of chewing herbivores, herbivore insects, dating back to the early Triassic, around 250 million years ago. So what does that mean? It sounds like that means he can take a lot. Sounds like it means he can take a licking and keep on ticking. Timex, don't come after me. Talking about I used your slogan and I got to pay you. I just gave you free advertisement, boo. I'm just saying, don't come for me. I won't come for you. Anyway, so all this time that in the Bible, when it talks about them, the Israelites thinking of themselves as grasshoppers, they get to this place. They want to send a spy. It was like, look, you need to send somebody over there to check this thing out because they were scared, y'all. They were scared. They were scared, and rightfully so. They heard some bad stuff that was going on with them boogers, them kings over in that area. So they said they saw themselves as grasshoppers. When you see yourself as a grasshopper and it's a little thing, then you won't try because you think you're not big or significant enough. I am not a Bible scholar. I can't tell you scripture by scripture and quote all the Bible verses in the Bible, but I could tell you what I do know is this: God is able, He's faithful to His word, He's faithful to His promises. And even the grasshopper, man, the grasshopper done survived millions of years, 250 million years. And you talking about you see yourself like a grasshopper. Man, you can't even kill them things. So what does that say about you? You are stronger than you think. Things happen for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Sometimes you are kicked out because you're too stubborn to move when God say move. Then when your move does happen, it gets real uncomfortable and real nasty feeling. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to, I'm not, nope, no. Oh, I almost told a story, but I don't think I'll do that. But sometimes when you know already what it is. Um, Sometimes you don't want to hurt people's feelings, so you hold on to things that are no longer, because you don't want to hurt anybody. Sometimes, like employers that become close to their employees, sometimes the employer doesn't want to let the employee go, and the employee doesn't want to leave because they feel loyal. And then it gets real uncomfortable because God will kick your butt out into your destiny. He will do it, and it'll hurt. Man, I done been so hard-headed so many times, it don't even make good sense. I have gone, God is like a GPS system, right? Except He don't get it wrong. He don't tell you to turn left and then you ride off a bridge. He don't tell you that. He tell you to, and then like the GPS, readjusting, make a U-turn, make a U, make a U-turn. I know one time I was going somewhere and this GPS got on my nerves so bad, and all I had to do was turn it off because I was going the wrong way. I was going the wrong way. So I didn't have to keep listening to it telling me I'm going the wrong way. I'm going to turn around in a minute. Just wait a minute. Let me find a place where I could turn around. But no, you want to be hollering at me talking about some rerouting your route or whatever the thing say. That lady probably made a whole lot of money talking for that GPS thing, didn't she? So anyway, so here's the thing. Seeing yourself as a grasshopper, and I think that's what I was talking about. I don't know. But you have to know when it's time to move. And sometimes we don't know when it's time to move. You have to guard yourself, protect your heart, especially people like a lot of YouTubers are a lot like myself. We are not afraid to speak. We're not afraid to talk. We're not afraid to speak our minds, most of us. There are other people that wish they could speak their minds. They wish they could speak up and say what they want to say, but everybody doesn't have that. Um, so it can get real ugly. It can get real ugly. You know what I mean? It's like communicating is different for everybody. Everybody have their way to communicate. Everybody had their way to handle stress. Everybody had their way to do whatever. But you have to show me the same mercy that you expect me to show you, right? And that's real. So like if I make a mistake and lose my temper, it's not cool. But everybody else can lose their temper and it's all cool. No, bruh, sis, nope, don't work like that. I am getting older. My stress level is higher, and holding stuff in anymore is just not healthy. It's not healthy for anybody. And we have to be kinder and respectful and listen to everybody's point of view. I'm learning that myself. Everybody has a point of view, but how you handle it when people don't hear you determines the next step. So why don't we just stop a little bit and start hearing each other? Just start hearing each other. That will eliminate a whole bunch of stuff, y'all. For real. That will eliminate a whole lot of stuff, because I was having a conversation with somebody, and I asked the lady a question and she wasn't answering my question. She was answering the question she wanted to ask, or what she thought. I don't know. But I kept saying, wait a minute, that's not what I'm asking. That's not what I'm saying. And I found out that, excuse me, y'all, sometimes people are not always really paying attention to what you're saying. And that thing about communicating, coming back and asking the person, do you mean XYZ? Or are you saying so and so? Just to make sure that you got it correct, especially if it's something that's off the wall. Cause I asked you, did you mean to tell me to get out your face? Is that what you meant? Because then I want to make sure that my answer is correct. I want to answer you the right way now. How I'm going to answer? I can't promise you nothing. I can't promise you. I'm on the edge too. Everybody on the edge. We've been in the house for a year. You put anybody in solitary confinement for a whole year, they're going to come out cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. I just admit it. I didn't even know I still had road rage, but the first day that I was really out riding, man, them people got on my nerves trying to drive. I'm like, get out the way. I was like Mr. Magoo, road hog. Y'all, young people don't know nothing about Mr. Magoo. Mr. Magoo wore glasses because he couldn't see on the road, and my glasses are broken, y'all. So I guess you can call me Miss Magoo. But it's terrible out in these streets, y'all. You gotta watch your tongue. You do. Because people are not taking it anymore. They're just not. Everybody had a chance to sit at home and think about all the stuff that has happened to them that they've let go by all this time, all their lives. And they come out talking about, I'm not taking it anymore. Even the people you didn't even know was like that, they are like that. I'm telling you, man. People are getting hurt because they can't hold their tempers. People are getting hurt because they have differences of opinions. I don't know what the answer is to everybody's stuff. Everybody have to figure it out for themselves, because guess what? Nobody knows how to do this thing called life. I say it every time. Nobody knows how to do it. So if you need help in figuring out, excuse me, I'm sorry, I hit the button. If you need some help, reach out and ask somebody for some help. There's nothing wrong with it, because this is different. Everything's different. People are different. And we don't know where a person's snapping point is. Everybody has the capacity to snap. My ticky ticky booms is so bad I had to give her another name. I don't even want her associated with my name, because she don't act right in public. She's not going to always get it politically correct. And I don't even know if she might not curse. For real, for real. I'm a for real kind of chick. And if you can't deal with a for real kind of chick, then you might not be a for real kind of person either. Just be straight up with what you are. Be real about who you are. I'm not going to dummy down anymore for anybody. Now, what I will do is I try my best to soften my tone. I do. But I love people. People think just because you have a strong voice that you don't have a heart. Because you have God blessed you with a strong voice that you could speak out, that you don't have a heart because they can't do it. Passive aggression is just as bad as regular aggression in my book. If you're a passive aggressive, then that's like spitting in my face and telling me it's raining. Come on. Mm-mm. We have to learn to respect each other's opinions and respect each other. Why don't I have a panel? Because I like to talk. I'll read y'all comments tomorrow or the next day. I'm going to try to read. I'm not staying up all night reading no comments. And that's just, Now, my big sis has spoken. I'm not coming up in your room tonight to read your comments. I don't know. I'll look tomorrow. It scares me because I don't have any animosity towards anybody. People think that I do. Because let me tell you what I will do. If I tell you I forgive you, I forgive you. And if I tell you I'm moving on, I'm moving on. But if your behavior continues to be shady, then no, I'm not going to be like a magnet and stick to you at the hip. It's not going to happen. It's not. I'm working on it. I'm a work in progress, but I'm just not going. If you still doing shiesty stuff, I have to take a peek and see if that's what I want to be involved in. But just know that I know what I know. I know what I know. Let me tell y'all, heart disease, heart attacks, strokes, stress, all of that, that's some real stuff. That's some real stuff. And it will take you out. Hold the stuff in. So if you have wronged someone and you apologize to them and you really mean it, then you've done what you were supposed to do. But on the other side of the coin, if you apologize and say, if I did something to offend you, or you were a willing participant in whatever, then it's an unacceptable apology. It's a half apology is a no apology. If you've hurt someone, don't leave them for dead. Go back and fix it. And if they don't accept your apology, then keep it moving. You can't make people accept your apology. You cannot make people accept anything. And people have their own hidden agendas. I know I have an agenda. Everybody have an agenda. When you get in your car to go somewhere, you have an agenda. If it's nothing but to go to the corner store and get a pickle. Y'all remember that? Do they still do that? Yes, they do. I was in the store the other day and somebody was buying a pickle out the jar. Y'all remember those? There was something else, some other stuff on the counter in the jars. Am I going to tell y'all what it was? Because y'all people, a lot of y'all are young. They had pickled eggs and pickled pig feet. Now, the pickled pig feet, they was pink. I mean, like dark pink. Probably some red dye number 3952 37 or something. I don't know. And then the eggs were pink. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam. I am. They was pink. I didn't like no pink eggs either. Y'all, I'm telling you. But anyway, let me get back on on the subject. I done just went all way um, up 95 and back up 85. Okay. So I was talking about, oh, y'all getting ready to see my fingers. Y'all, I've been scrubbing. But that's a good thing, though. Y'all don't know about people that still do scrubbing the ovens the old fashioned way. I'm old fashioned in some things, but honey, if I could find me a way that could mop my floors automatically, all up in the corners and the baseboards. If y'all know any kind of product that will wash baseboard that can you can use on your baseboards, I want to know. Cause man, them clean. I'm getting too old to be on my knees cleaning baseboards, but I don't like them being dirty. But still, man, just saying. So let's talk about the grasshopper. I'm not gonna talk anymore until I get to the grasshopper thing. I just read this today about the grasshopper because I was kind of interested in it. And it says they're often camouflaged to avoid detection by predators that hunt by sight. Some species can change their coloration to suit their surroundings. The grasshopper's auditory organs are not found on the head, but rather on the abdomen. That's interesting, isn't it? The grasshopper is an amazing insect that can leap 20 times the length of his own body. Well, I know somebody that can't jump no 20 times the length of her body, but that's all good too. Y'all know what I mean. They ain't gonna get into that. But anyway, it sounds like the grasshopper is more powerful than he gave himself credit for. He has all of these attributes that can be used to propel him into his next destiny. He's lived far more than any of the a lot of other animals, insects, and things on the planet. Man, come on, what? He is resilient. And wait a minute, hold on a second. And so that's what you have to be. You have to know that you are resilient and that you can make it through anything. You can make it through anything. There are times that I mean I feel leveled to the ground, and I'm serious. Sometimes you feel like, oh my gosh, I just don't know if I can even make it another day, because it seems like everything just comes crashing down on you at one time. And then at that time, guess what? Everything you know will change because you have one person that's supposed to hear a message. You have an assignment for one person. And let's say you're on a job and your assignment is to speak to this one person at the water cooler. That's your assignment. Now you got to stay there 16 years. You got to stay there 16 years till she get born and come to work. Ain't that something? That's some powerful stuff, y'all. When you look at what our responsibilities are, and it's not even so much just about um, trying to tell you about the Bible and telling you about God and Jesus and how much He loves you and He can change your life around. But you could change your own life around with one decision, and that is to follow Him. Did He say that you had to be perfect? No, He's not saying that you have to be perfect. He's using my mouth to say something to somebody that somebody else cannot reach. Every voice is important because you're going to reach somebody that somebody else cannot reach. Don't let anyone silence you by their opinion of you. You know, you have to know for a fact that you are important to God. You have to know that because people come at you sideways with their opinions. My way of communicating works for somebody. My way of doing things works for somebody, just like your way works for somebody. You know, there are some people who don't want to hear no loud mouth like Donna. There are some people that needs a quiet, soft voice. But my voice is just as important as anybody else's. Your voice is important. And if you have trouble speaking or whatever things that may hinder you or you feel it's a hindrance, God will use those things to your advantage as well. He will. I know some days, some things aren't always 100%. Just like yesterday. Yesterday was probably one of the worst days of my life. Yesterday and the day before were two of the worst days of my life. But I knew that I had an obligation. And it wasn't even about anything or anybody. And I can't let anybody stop me from what God is telling me to do. Even if they don't think that God's even talking to me, that's not their business. Right? You got to know God for yourself. And find you somewhere where you can, a group of people that you feel comfortable worshiping with. Is it going to be perfect? No, not by any means. Not by any means. They're a group of people trying to figure it out just like you. But it's a certain message that you can get there in the fellowship of other people that might make a difference. Being around those people might make you make a different decision about something that you were thinking about doing. I mean, you just never know. Or your assignment might be one of those people. Y'all, I'm getting ready to cough. Hold on. Excuse me, I didn't want to do that in your ear. But so you don't know what anyone's assignment is. Be careful how you measure someone else's anointing or their calling or their spirit. Be careful about that. Be careful about that. Because there's certainly things that you can be measured on too. Everybody's got something that somebody don't know about. Everybody, everybody has a secret life. Everybody has something they don't want out in the streets. But I tell you about these YouTube streets, they want to know everything about everybody. And the good news is, I hope that based on some of the things that we've experienced and seen in the past, that's not even the way we have to go. We don't have to go that hard. We don't have to go bind a Monique on everybody. Monique binder or bindanique, whatever you want to call it. We don't have to go that on everybody. You know, there was a time you could tell a friend a secret. There was a time that you could tell a person something about yourself and you knew that it would never get out. But nowadays, you tell someone a secret, it's only a secret as long as they like you. There's some things I'll take to my grave. But if you want to dig it up now, I'll let you dig it up if you want to. But I'll be trying. I'm just saying, I'll be trying. You didn't. Let me back up. Rewind and take a breath. Oops. God gives you permission to breathe sometimes. And I've been talking about that since the beginning of time too. So you can go back and look at my other YouTube videos about that as well. Everybody's saying the same thing. If you're hearing the same God, then you should be saying the same thing. We should all be talking about the same thing. Do I get caught up in the gossip? Yeah, man. Don't nobody like gossip more than me. I love it. I love listening to a good story. But is it important? People get mad at me all the time. My friends get mad at me all the time because they be telling me the story. I said, stop, stop. I don't want to hear the story. I don't. The details are too much. The details are making me dizzy. Everybody's got a story, and everybody needs a safe place to bleed. In other words, there should be some. I'm trying to look on this thing to see if there's anywhere that's telling me how long I've been on this thing. But anyway, you should be able to have a safe place to bleed. Nowadays, I'm not even sure where that is. I have friends that I talk to, and they talk to me, and I have secrets that I'm gonna take to my grave. Because it's not even important to talk about. I mean, for what? Talk about it for what? Pull out their business for what? For a moment of satisfaction, so you could say, nanny boo boo, I showed you this, but she just told you about that. Promise you, promise you, it's coming back. Whenever you stop being humble, whenever you stop being hungry for God and His Word, whenever you stop being hungry for that, whenever you don't know who to call, when late in the midnight hour, you don't know who to call, that's a problem. Because if you call the wrong person and they give you the wrong advice, you in trouble. You in trouble. Because people can run into a fight or a fire that they don't even know about. All they know is what they see on the surface. They have no clue. I saw something recently where someone ran right into a fire because somebody gave them some details all backwards, upside down, and wrong. Excuse me. Have I ever done that before? Absolutely. Shoot. Absolutely. Have I messed up? Most days. I probably mess up before I get off this live tonight because that's just what we do. And what? You mess up. We all mess up. But the same grace that you want people to give you and forgive you, and you keep doing the same old junk over and over and over and over and over, people see what you're doing, and people see that it wasn't owned. If you don't own your mistake and say, I'm sorry because I messed up, not I'm sorry because I want to say, how am I going to talk about that? Rewind. I almost went there. I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. I hope my eyes don't look all crazy because I'm looking up, but I'm looking at my screen here. And I wanted to tell you something about the grasshopper. And it comes from Deuteronomy 1:22. That's the scripture that this conversation that I was having with you comes from. And it says, and this is from let's see, what is the name of this publication? Okay, a living commentary on American Jewish history and Hebrew Bible. My cousin, I gotta give a shout out to pastors Carilla and Clyde Brandon. Clyde Brandon is my cousin, my first cousin, and Carilla Brandon is his wife. And the name of their church is Rightly Dividing the Word of God. Is in Danville, Virginia. And something she said to me, she said, Donna, she said, whenever you study, you got to know the Hebrew and the Greek and the da-da-da-da. And I don't want to feel like going through all of that, because that's just the kind of Donna I am. Hold on, get ready to cough again. God said, well, you just better shut up. Because that's the kind of Donna I need. I need to look it up. So anyway, she's been helping me and studying and giving me a lot of tidbits, her and Clyde, on some stuff. And so I thank you guys for doing this. Well, it's not really a Bible study. It's not even that. They just call randomly and just pray, and they drop nuggets in my lap, and it's awesome. And also my bishop, Sean Lewis, he also gives me great tidbits and tips and stuff on how to get my point across. But I like reading stuff, and I like to read different perspectives of things. And again, mine is a gray hair perspective. So my perspective of what I'm reading might is not going to change the word. Don't get me wrong, but someone might feel it a different way, or experience it a different way. But anyway, it says, as the Israelites were about to invade the promised land, Moses sent out spies. He would later say that he did this at the request of the people. Perhaps this shows a lack of Israelite confidence in God. Perhaps it only revealed a lack of self-confidence. In any case, perhaps as a kind of test, God reluctantly agreed to the request. When they returned, the spies told a contradictory story. The land was flowing with milk and honey, but the well-fortified land also devours its settlers. Now, and it's not funny because I get it. I really do get it. Now these Israelites like, look, God, please help us. You're gonna have to look, you're gonna have to send somebody in there and let us know. That, you know what? It was kind of like the COVID vaccine, right? In the beginning, nobody wanted to get the vaccine. It was like, you go first. You go first. All y'all go first. And then we'll go. But here's God telling these people that this is their land. And it says, yeah, it's nice. It's like you get a real nice house. You pick out a house and you just love the house. And you can afford the house. There's no reason why you can't. You can get it. Your credit's good. You're excited and all that stuff. And then all of a sudden you go and ask somebody, what you think about this house? What you think they're going to say, huh? They're going to say, oh, now you don't need that much house. Or, why you getting that much house? What, I'm telling you, you guys, if God's giving you something special, enjoy it. Pick out what you want. And if God is in agreement with you to get it, and you'll know. Don't go jump off into something you already know what the deal is. Hold on, y'all. I have to drink, and cough. So hold on just 1 second. I'll keep talking though. No, I won't, because I'll put you on mute. This has been something. It has been raining in my state. And so it's been a lot of rain going on. And whenever it rains or anything, I go through it. But it's okay. I made it on here anyway, and a day late and $1 short. So I do apologize for that, for not being on here yesterday as promised. But anyway, and not being on here on time. Every time I get ready to go live, I have anxiety thinking, make sure I have this, make sure I have that. And I tried to go on a couple of different things, but it always makes me end up back at Zoom because Zoom is where I'm comfortable right now. And that's okay. It all works together. So I'll eventually venture out into some other stuff. But I just wanted to make sure I came on here live tonight to tell you that even though your whatever it is might seem big, it might be big, you might even be as small like a little grasshopper, you might even be, but guess what, that grasshopper's a strong mamma jamma. And the grasshopper is resilient. So whether you see yourself as a grasshopper or what, excuse me y'all, the grasshopper is resilient. It stood the test of time. You can consider yourself whatever you want to consider yourself as. But I tell you one thing, God has something special for everybody. He has a special plan for all of us. And guess what? Everybody's not going to get you. And sometimes it's meant for you to do some things on your own because you've been spending so many years doing everything for everybody else, trying so hard to be here and there and everywhere and doing all of whatever. And God finally releases you to do what it is that you want to do. Do it. Do it. Time is of the essence. Don't wait. And let's see, was there anything else? Um, and again, thank you to the YouTubers out there that have been helping to promote each other's channels. And we're flipping all over the place, looking at different things. And I am so proud of Ples and the bishop for stepping into your real calling. Sometimes you're just in a place for a season. So congratulations to you guys, and so debonair, and all of you YouTubers out there that are doing great things. House of Aaron. What's the other one? The one that did the interview with oh gosh, with Fallon. Up and Adam. It's a lot of new. I don't know how new they are. I think they've been here for a while, but it's a lot of new YouTubers out here too. And I'm so proud of all of you guys for just using your voices. Because a lot of us, my age and older, we didn't have the courage to speak out about things that you guys are speaking out about now. That's why a lot of us are messed up. And wait a minute, hold on. I had to put y'all on mute again. So all of us are messed up. Everybody. Don't nobody know how to do none of this. Everybody got something that they are messed up about. Everybody has something they don't know how to do. Everybody have problems. Everybody worry. And everybody think they perfect. And everybody think that they're right. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I don't see no comments, y'all. So if I look like I'm looking down, I'm looking at my audience now. Because that's why I wouldn't go live for a long time, because I don't know where to look. So I put my audience down here. Y'all can use it too. It's in the thing in the back, but it ain't going to be like mine. But you can still use it. It's available. It just makes me feel better because I don't know where to look. And it does look like I'm looking at them, don't it? It looks like I'm looking at them for real. See? But anyway, um, I don't know why my camera looks like I'm looking down when it's up over my head. So I don't get it. But so anyway, you little grasshoppers, don't let anybody be like invasion of the promise snatchers. God gave you a promise, just like He gave everybody a promise. But receiving the promise is all about choices. And if you make a bad choice and you hurt somebody to the core, then tell them you're sorry and mean it. Tell them that. And that would eliminate. I heard somebody else, a blogger, say that earlier today about a sincere apology. And I wish I had gotten the person's name. A lot of people have been saying that lately, but it's one particular person I remember hearing them saying it too. But a sincere apology goes a long way. Meaning something from your heart goes a long way. But if you start off an apology with, I apologize, but I don't want to hear anything after the but. You know, I'm just saying, I don't want to hear anything after the but. And then one more thing. A lot of people were talking about, the different things that we can do to our faces and stuff, and facelifts and, different things. I don't care what you do with your money. But if you do it too young, you're going to have problems with your skin later. Because if you start pulling and tugging and stuff while you're young, when you get 56, you're going to have to pull and tug. Now, I'm not pulling and tugging, but I will. Um, well, I'm not even going to. No, they can't put no needle in my face. Not on purpose. I hate when the dentist put a needle in my mouth. So it is what it is. I am what I am. I have wrinkles. I have crow's feet. Feet. Y'all hear that? I have crow's feet. I have all the things that happens to people as they age. And I'm okay with it. Now, will I do some things to improve or get my teeth fixed? I mean, I don't want to be not have my teeth. Of course I'll go get some and a hearing aid too if I need it. I went and bought some glasses, but they broke. But I gotta go get another pair. But I remember my mentor, Marie Manigo, told me one time, she said, as you age, you adjust. Whatever you need to do to adjust, you adjust. If you're in a position right now that you need a cane, then use a cane. If you need a walker, use a walker. Whatever that thing is that you need to do to help get you or help support, your body or whatever, then use those things. There's no shame in it. Use it. Use whatever you need to use. But just, age gracefully. I'm going to age gracefully. I am 56 and I'm ready for 57. I'm going a little bit more over the speed limit every day, honey, but I'm still rolling and I'm in my lane. Get out my lane. You have your own lane. Get in your lane and stay there. You don't want anybody else's life. That's invasion of the promise snatchers. Don't be going and trying to snatch nobody else's promise. Don't go try to snatch nobody else's life. And most of all, don't go be trying to snatch nobody else's man. That you know. Said I wasn't going to do that. And I'm not. But the girl code should be the girl code for real. Now let me tell you another thing about the bonnet thing they was talking about the other day. I don't judge, because you know what? That's what you do is what you do. But it was beautiful. It was beautiful going to an event and black people were there. It was beautiful watching how black people went downtown, man. I got to wear my ruffled socks downtown, honey. And my patent leather shoes. Because when you went downtown, you didn't go messing around. We were just so proud. You know, my mother dressed me very nicely, and I just got to give her kudos for that. From the time I walked on this earth or got on this earth, both of my parents have taken excellent care of me. I even had some Buster Brown shoes. Y'all remember Buster Brown shoes? So I was blessed in a whole lot of ways. but they gave me what I needed to succeed. And so here's a season to, if you didn't get it right in the last part of your life, get it right during this next season coming up. Are you going to get it all right? No, but you won't get it all wrong either. I was talking about something, I have no clue what, but I'm going to start taking notes better. But I just like speaking from my heart because I need you to hear my heart. I don't intentionally hurt anybody. I really don't. But I'm just not going to let you just roll up on me any kind of way. I can't do that. I'm sorry. I wasn't made that way, and I wasn't raised that way. I was raised to not take it. My dad taught me not to take no foolishness off of people and to speak up for myself. He created a monster because now I speak up for myself. Took me 56 years to do it. People been telling me to speak up for myself all my life. But then when I started speaking up for myself, now they don't want me to speak up for myself. They don't know what to do with me. There was a time I barely talked. Yep, a lot of people that know me now can't believe that I ever was quiet. But I was. Circumstances and pain and hurt and things silence you. But I'm so proud of so many of you having so many different stories. I've been listening to your stories and they are amazing. Stories of redemption, stories of I'm not giving up, stories of I'm on here to tell my story and this is who I am. But then you have those other stories that sit in a bad, bad narrative to the next generations that will see these um, see this YouTube channel and see how we handle certain things. If we're supposed to be an example, then we have to be an example. They're going to be watching these YouTube channels and they're going to ask questions. So, why did you act like that? Or why did you say that? Or why did you treat that person like that when that person wasn't treating you like that? We all get stressed. We all get upset. We all get pressed to the edge. I call it getting out on the ledge. Y'all remember how I Love Lucy? She used to get out on the ledge. She got on the ledge one time. She was going to be Superman and try to fly. She wasn't going to try to fly. She was trying to convince her son that she was Superman out there on the ledge. But a lot of times when you go on a ledge, you can't bring yourself back in. You need somebody else that is that loves you enough to tell you to get your butt back in this window. Everybody else skating around the situation. Yeah, she's up there on the ledge. Poor thing. I think she has mental health issues. She's on the ledge. No, somebody need to carry that butt out there on the ledge and tell her to get her butt back inside. And that's usually me. They send me into the fire. And then when I get in the fire and fighting for them, they talking about, I can't believe she treated them people like that. But I was fighting for you. So I get it when you roll up into a fight, fighting for somebody else and they don't appreciate it. I get that. It's hurtful. Because it makes you not want to fight for a person that's being bullied or a person that's doing this or that. But don't stop fighting for them. Don't stop fighting for the ones that are being bullied. Don't stop fighting for people that are being hurt. Don't silence your voice. But just be careful how you handling things out here. This stuff doesn't go away. Even after you delete it, somebody has screenshot something that's going to come back and resurface one day just to hurt you. Some people get joy out of hurting other people and they don't care. And instead of trying to put a Band-Aid on or even a tourniquet to stop the bleeding, they stab them more and more and let them bleed more. We can't do that to people anymore. Haven't you noticed there's a shift in the atmosphere? Haven't you noticed that things are not the same? Have you noticed that things have changed? A lot of things have changed. So, what's your change going to be during this season? Me, I've learned to back away slowly because it's hard. It's hard when when you're learning how to speak up for yourself and you don't quite have it mastered yet. It's a long time being able to do that. And so, kudos again to you guys for what you're doing and keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. There's one girl, I can't remember her name. She is so freaking hilarious. What is that girl's name? Hood something. Is it Hood? Is it Hood? What is her name? I wish I had written it down. But she is so funny. She is so funny. She's kind of a new YouTuber. I'm gonna see if I can find her name on here. But I have met so many great people, and people have whatever platform or whatever things that they want to do, how they want to um, get around and maneuver. I have mine. People are a trip. I'm gonna be careful how I say some things, but people are a trip. You gotta be careful of the receipts that you pulling out, because sometimes some receipts are two-sided. Oh, I forgot I wrote that on the back of that receipt. Haven't you done that before? You write a phone number on the back of a receipt and you be like, oh, I forgot I wrote that on the back of that receipt. Some receipts are double-sided. So you got to be real careful when you pulling receipts on people. I don't want to pull no receipts on anybody. I really don't. Because I want everybody to succeed. I want people to do well. I want to see y'all do well. And I mean that. And I hope all this time I haven't been talking on mute. Because then I'm going to be really upset. Let me see. Okay. I hope not. I hope y'all can hear me. Because that means I've been talking for a long time on mute. And I'm going to be really, really mad. Let me see. But anyway, so I'm not going to be on here much longer. Anyway, I'm sleepy. I'm tired. But if it is on mute by any reason and it's on mute, I will come back and do another live on in a few minutes. I'll come back. I'll do that for y'all, but it ain't gonna be but like 2 minutes. I hope it wasn't on mute, but I just realized something on my computer is on mute. But maybe, oh, you know what? I might be using the microphone in my camera, so hopefully that works as well. Um, there's something else I was gonna tell y'all, but just be careful of this tit for tat and biting each other and hurting each other and looking for the most dirt on each other. I know that's what we do as human beings. I know we do. But I'm just asking you from my big sis speaks. Big sis, y'all supposed to listen to what big sis have to say sometime. Even if you don't do it, just listen sometime. Children are coming behind us. We're leaving this stuff behind, y'all. We're leaving this stuff behind. Just like we go filtering through YouTube's to find content or to find information or to find whatever, your children are going to be rifling through these same YouTubes, um, these same videos, and looking at your behavior. So I'm proud of the ones who have chosen to take the seat and leave it alone and move on and do what you have to do. We have too much other work to do right now. And that's to encourage and lift each other up and wish the best for each other and want each other to succeed. want to see each other succeed for real. Y'all stop playing games. If someone moves past you, then that's okay. They're just trailblazing. They're going to come back and tell you a whole bunch of pitfalls that you can avoid. So when things don't work out, they just don't work out sometimes. And it's a good thing. I'm so happy that now I can focus on several things instead of just one thing. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, huh? Spreading the love a little bit. Everybody's going to figure it out. Everybody's going to figure it out. Your journeys are going to be different every day. Things are different every day. Life's different every day. We all on one thing. We forgot all about all the other things that was going on, the other things, the other things. It's a lot of other things that was going on. We'd have forgot all about those things. Because guess what? That's not even important. What's important is take advantage of this moment to be your absolute best. Take advantage of this moment to let God know that you believe him and you trust him. This stepping out here onto YouTube like this is really a stretch for me. I've been doing lives. Don't get me wrong. I do stuff. Don't get me wrong, and I'll tell you about it later. But it's not about that right now. But people perceive that I'm very, very confident and I'm very strong and I'm very this and I don't have any feelings and I just don't care about anything. It's not any of that. You got me all wrong. I know a lot of people like that. We're just misunderstood. But if you took the time to really get to know me, you might find that I'm just a real kind of chick. And if I say it about you, I say it to you. I don't want to say things in a bad way, but you know, people don't sugarcoat what they say to me. Or, a lot of people use other different platforms to get at people and to browbeat people and to use their platforms as a way of getting out what they need to say because they're too weak and too scared to say it to the person's face. Just say it. Have a conversation. But you really destroy people using your platform to beat other people up. And that's real. That's real. Or as they say, that's facts. Facts, y'all. Somebody told me that. That's another. Um, man, I come from the groovy era. Man, that's groovy. That's right on, bro. Right on. So you might hear me say right on anytime. That's just who I am. I'm a different kind of chick. I just am. Like Popeye the Sailor Man. I am what I am. And I don't bother anybody. I don't come for you. So don't be coming for me. Leave me alone. I'll leave you alone. I don't want to bother anybody. I really don't. All I want to do is be the best version of me that I can be. And I want you to be the best version of you. Now, if the best version of you is trolling me, then you might want to find something else to do because it's not even necessary. While you trolling people, you need to be finding your own destiny, getting your own toehold in, and doing the best that you can do. Another thing, the other day I was telling you guys about trolls. We were talking about trolls, and this same story about the wait a minute, hold on. This same story about the grasshoppers also talks about. Wait a minute, hold on a second. Wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. I had too many windows open. Okay. The same story about the grasshoppers talks about how when I told you, I said you couldn't pass over the billy goats over the trolls bridge in the story. I forgot what the story was called. The three billy goat gruff, I think it was, and the three billy goats had to go across the bridge, and it was a troll or something living up under the bridge. I wouldn't have went over that bridge. I would have went the long way home. I would have took a Uber or a Lyft to keep from going across the bridge by myself. But anyway, I think it was the smallest one of them got. No, I ain't gonna tell y'all the story. Y'all look it up. I forgot. But anyway, this story that I was telling you guys about um is the same thing. Wait a minute, hold on. There it is. The story is the very same in about seeing yourself as a grasshopper, because these kings, they had a whole lot of nerve. You know, they the kings back then. Well, I guess I wonder if you could still do it. But anyway, they back then they could get your head cut off, cut your toes off. You know, they was just mean and powerful, and they could just do whatever they wanted to do. Just like during slavery, you know, slaves, they could do whatever they wanted to do. Um, Anytime when people feel like they're above you, they feel that they could treat you a certain way, and whoever the bully is at that moment thinks that they really are going to get to continue to be the bully. They really think that people are going to keep on co-signing on them being bullies, and at the end of the day, that's not the truth. So these people are going through these towns, I mean not these towns, but these kingdoms, so to speak, and somebody got the nerve to tell you that you can't come in here. I don't care if it is your house. You still can't come because I'm better than you. When you get home and somebody come up to you drive up to your driveway and somebody sitting on your porch and they tell you, I know it's your house, but you can't come in. Mm-mm. I don't care how big you are. That grasshopper mentality would go out the window. Cause guess what? Either I can't beat you. I call the police. And if you're gonna act too much like a fool, just saying, it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Don't let nobody make you feel like that. Don't let nobody make you feel less than. Don't let nobody don't don't even get so engrossed in accolades that when the accolades don't come, you can't handle it. Be strong in who you are and love on yourselves. And y'all, I'm getting ready to go to bed for real. I'm sleepy. I don't even know what I'm getting ready to say next, or if I was even getting ready to say anything next. But I want to thank you again for your support. I want to thank you for coming to see my big sis speaks. And thank you, Lord, y'all, please help me with my memory. George Wallace, because he's the one who said, I love you, and there's not a darn thing you can do about it. I wasn't sure who said that, and I said that the other night, but I remember that it was somebody on the radio that said it. I just couldn't remember who. And one of the bloggers mentioned it yesterday, and I was like, oh, that's who it was. That's exactly who it was. But I love hard. I love people. I will take a lot. I'll take a lot just to keep from hurting anybody. And I've always done it. And most people do. But most people who don't, and even my voice might be strong, but I hate confrontations. People think all I do is run around and pick fights all day. So when I get to the point where I feel the energy in the room is off, or that my energy is off, then I just lay low for a while. Because sometimes maybe things are just the way they are. Thank you, Renee, for it. Thank you, Renee. I love you for the talk the other day. I love you for it. It was most helpful. So you guys stop trying to diagnose people's mental health. We don't know. Because even the excuse me for doing that, y'all, because I'm looking in this thing and in the picture, and it's like, I don't like how it looks when it rubs off. But anyway, so if y'all know of a lipstick that won't rub off, let me know that too. And don't get on my teeth or my clothes or my hands or, just let me know. Um, so again, love people for who they are. Love people for who they are. And stop trying to browbeat them because you're not they're not what you want them to be, or they don't communicate the way you think they should, or they don't do things the way you think that they do. Let me tell you something that I do know about me. I know that I'm a mess. I know that I mess up every other day or every day or every minute. I might mess up in 5 seconds when I get off this live, but I'm going to mess up. That's just who I am. I do. Everybody messes up. But what I'm not is mean on purpose. I'm not. If it comes across as mean, then it's not on purpose. I promise you. My tone might be off sometimes, but it's not meant to be anything. I just don't like a lot of foolishness. I don't like liars. Don't keep lying to me. Now, that's one thing you'll see my other side rise up on you. Because don't try to. I went to a place. I'm not going to say even what it was, but I went to a place to get a service. And the person at the place, you know how some waitresses will bend down to your eye level thinking that that's supposed to do something or what? It just creeps me out. But other people, they said it makes a connection. They don't make no connection for me because you be in my space and I don't like that. So anyway, so I went to this place for this service. And a man bent down and said, "Don't you remember you said XYZ?" I said, "No, that's not what I asked you to do." "Yes, ma'am. Yes, you did. You said you needed XYZ." I said, "No, I didn't." He gonna look me in my face, y'all. Y'all hear me down there in the audience? Y'all hear me? He looked me in my face and said, "Yes, you did. You said," I said, "Let me tell you something, sir. We're not going to talk anymore because this is getting ready to go left. Because now you're trying to tell me I said something that I never said. We never even had even a resemblance of that conversation. And how dare you?" Back in the day, I would have said, "Well, okay, all right." And I would have questioned myself. Did we say that? No, I ain't said that. I know the difference between $1 and $10,000, bruh. You crazy? You better take that to somebody else who ain't so crazy. But I was like, "No, sir, I didn't." Mm-mm. So to me, if you bold enough to do that, get up in my face and tell me what I said, then you got to be able to handle my answer. I'm not going to just sit here and let you tell me a lie to my face and I know you lying. You can't do that. That's not fair. You get ready to cost me a whole bunch of money too. Boy, you better go. I'm just saying, that's the wrong answer. What's that show? Wrong answer. No, you're not going to get me like that. So, yeah, you do have to speak up for yourselves. A lot of people don't do it. I didn't. For years I didn't. I got stomped on for years. I was a target for a whole bunch of foul, crazy nonsense over my life because I shut up and wouldn't speak up for myself. But now, it's not that kind of party. You get to a point where you be tired. You get tired, man. You don't know where the next person's breaking point is. You don't know. And to be pushing people the way that has been happening in different situations. You can't push people like that. You never know how much a person can take. And you people out there that's doing the most, mm-mm-mm. Y'all came out of COVID acting like a fool. So some of this stuff you was creating while we was in COVID, you came out with all these headlines and stuff. What? When I was in COVID, I, never mind. I ain't had time to be conspiring to be ratchet. I was trying to figure it out, man. Come on. We're trying to figure out how to survive this thing, how to come out of here. And, I don't know what the answer is. All I know is just be the best that you can be. If you have a channel, you have one person or 5 million people. Be good to people. Because sometimes it don't come back to you. You laying up junk for your kids. Come on now. If you don't get that thing under control, you leave that monster here for the next generation to deal with. And the next generation and the next generation. I don't have any kids. You guys have kids. They're already messed up from other stuff that we don't know how to do. At least get the stuff right that we know how to do. Are you serious? I'm just saying. This is dangerous, man. This is real dangerous. I just wish we'd do better. I just wish. Let me take a drink, y'all, again. Hold on. That is ruby red grapefruit juice, y'all. That is like my favorite drink on the planet. I'm weird like that. I like grapefruit juice and cranberry juice, but I like to put it in the freezer and let it get real slushy, like a slush. And so I be walking around here making all kinds of noise. I get that from my dad, and my dad used to freeze all his drinks too. I love a frozen drink. And but anyway, I'm gonna get off of here because I don't know. Oh my gosh, it's 1:45. What time did I don't even know what time I came. I think I came on like a quarter to 12 or something. I'm gonna get this time thing down pat. And again, when I say I'm coming on, just kind of hit the notification bell, subscribe to my channel, you guys, and like this video, please, if you don't mind. Okay, I'm gonna give y'all some time to do it. Do 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 do. I get that from Richie Scott. Richie Scott. That's not him. Not Richie Scott. What's the guy's name? Trey. Oh my gosh, what's his name? Trey. Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. Trey in Texas, the one who brings all that breaking news. I talk about him all the time. He's really really good in bringing us news stories that we hadn't seen before. And Trey King, I think that's his name. But definitely go to his channel and check him out. Let me see if I can find that other lady's name in her channel. And you all already know about Thee Bishop. Y'all need to go see him and Players and those ones. DJ Richie Sky, like him. I like Willie D live too. He's pretty cool. Sometimes. Willie D, that loud music though. Willie, can you turn your music down just a little bit at the beginning? Because it's like really, really. Because if I'm gonna sneak and listen to you, I can't be sneaking and listening to that music all loud. Then I gotta turn it down, and y'all know what I mean. So everybody, just make sure your music be down so I can sneak and listen sometime in the middle of the night. But anyway, oh my gosh, can't find the girl's name. Her name is I don't remember. But anyway, I'll let you guys know tomorrow what the other blogger's name is. But I have met some really, really great. Oh, I know what to look at my subscriptions. But I have met some really, really nice people on YouTube since I've been out here. And they are, they don't have to help me. They don't have to offer me any assistance or guidance or anything. But I tell you what, they do. If you reach out to them and just tell them, I'm doing XYZ and I need a little bit of help, they don't have a problem helping you. They don't have a problem helping you. It might take a minute to get back to you, but eventually they will. Now, me, I'll answer eventually. Now, if you send me an email is probably the quickest way to get me. I don't even know. People be saying DM me. I guess I have DM on this YouTube. I don't know. But if you do, then you can DM me. I guess I'll find it at some point. One day I will. I'm trying to find my subscriptions. Let's see. Here it is. Because I'm going to tell y'all some people that I like. I just started listening to some of them recently. Not really recently, but some of them a while, some of them not so a right. Y'all can tell when I'm getting sleepy. Y'all can tell. I don't know what is going on here. Okay. Now let's try. Oh, you know what? I'm on the wrong channel. I have another channel. And so my own channel. So that's why I couldn't find what I was looking for. So here it is. Okay. There we go. All right. So her name is the wait a minute, hold on. Oh, y'all know who is really funny? Jolene Lunzer. She is hilarious. I don't even know how to get to her page. I guess that's how you it's JOLEENLUNZER. She and the guy that's on it with her. I don't know their names. I'm sorry, y'all. They are so funny. I'm not gonna tell you what they did when they did that interview. I thought I would die. That was so hilarious. They did a great job. They are so funny. So you just want to go somewhere and just have fun. Kim Power Daily, I like him. Let's see. Maya weighs in. Um, let's see who else. Hood Life Chronicles. That's what it is. Hood Life Chronicles. She cracks me up. She don't have no filter. See, y'all have to have a filter a little bit. But back in the day, shoot, man. I could cuss. I could out cuss a sailor. I could make up some new words, combine them, flip them around, and all kinds of things. Make some new words. But then I kind of slowed down a little bit. Hold on just 1 second. There we go. I just didn't want to be trying to keep putting on, stuff in your face. Let's see if it's somebody else I want to make sure. There's another young lady that I like. It's Beauty by, I think it's Monet. It's Beauty by BYMONELLC. She's pretty good. I don't mean to say pretty good. I mean she's good. She speaks from her heart. I hope she always stays true to who she is and not let the YouTube streets or anybody change her, because she has a really seems to have a really good spirit. Um let's see. I think that's D Bishop is THEE Bishop. And I even like Tammy Roman. I like her. She's funny. And Monique about the bonnet. I think I just told y'all about the bonnet. How do I feel about the bonnet? I feel like you you have to do what you have to do. This is what I would suggest, and I think it would be so fabulous if we can get to this. When you get to the airport, you have on your, you fix your hair. And then when you get on the plane or on the bus or train or whatever, put your bonnet on to ride. Because I understand messing up your hair, but there's nothing better than showing off going through an airport. Go through there looking your best. This our time to shine, y'all. Let's do it. I had a thing on my Facebook page saying for us to go to the polls dressed up whenever we went to vote. And so I get it. I get it about the bonnet. I get it about the pajamas. I get it about all of them. I might step out on my porch looking any old kind of way when I'm at home. I really can. But there was a day when, I mean, women, you're beautiful. Men, you're beautiful. Well, men, well, handsome. You're handsome. A lot of men. There's a lot of handsome men out there. None more handsome than mine, but some of them are. I'm just saying. But anyway, you have to just feel good about yourself when you're going out in public. Those bonnets, even though they might not, they give me this. They have a smell. I'm not saying that yours does, and they probably don't, but they just look like they do. And you go through all of that to fix your hair so pretty, only to go through the airport with a bonnet on. I get where she's coming from. On the other side of the coin, am I going to go tap anybody on their shoulder? Absolutely not. They're entitled to wear whatever they want to wear. But I think it's beautiful. I think it's beautiful to show, you know, and you don't have to dress up, pearls and diamonds and all that stuff. But because I don't need dress up. I don't even know how to dress up really. But I do know this. I don't want to be I don't. My dad wouldn't let me walk out of the house with a bonnet on when I was a kid. Nor could I have hair rollers or house slippers on. But most of the people in the neighborhood didn't. We would and like I said, if you were going downtown, that was special. If you were going to and see most people say, well, I don't care if they ain't got to look at me or they on this, they on that. It doesn't. It's all about how you feel. It's all about perception. This is a gray hair perspective. A gray hair perspective means my perspective is going to be different than a 19-year-old. My perspective is going to be different than a 40-year-old, you know? But allow me my perception. You can't tell a person how to see things, and you can't tell a person how to feel. If I don't see it your way, then it's okay. But you can't tell me you can't feel that way. You're not supposed to feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way. Don't feel that way. But if I do feel that way, then I feel that way. And if I feel that I've been offended in some way, and I tell you that I've been offended, and you still say, well, you need to just get over it and move on, and that's in the past. It might be in the past for you because you don't care, you can move on, but you don't just leave carnage as you move along. You've gone and tell them that you're sorry and mean it. That's all they've ever wanted, probably, is an apology for real. Stop this. This is stupid. What we're doing is stupid. Oh, I saw that blue light on my camera. Like, what is that? But just stop it. Be better to each other. Be better to each other. And don't bully people just because you can. Because when you bully somebody and you say those are sideways, now you know what? Nothing ticks me off worse than a sideways smart remark that you think I'm too stupid to get, that you saying it to me. That is a play on a person's intelligence. And I told somebody earlier, that's like give me a bowl of poop, so you don't misunderstand what I was saying and telling me it's a bowl of chocolate ice cream. If that's what you think it is, then you eat it. Right? Because at the end of the day, I ain't going to pretend it's not what it is. It is something that is not. Not anymore. So don't get behind your platform and get nerves of steel. Don't get behind this microphone and get nerves of steel. Because you might still have to pay for the words that come out your mouth. Oh, yeah, we understand the words that are coming out of your mouth. We understand those words that are coming out of your mouth. Who said that? Somebody. We get it. But guess what? Just because we understand it don't mean we have to digest it. Don't mean we have to accept it. You don't want anybody to do the very thing that you hate that people do to you. Are you doing it to them? Hmm? You don't want nobody up in your business. You don't want people sitting around talking about you. You don't want everybody trying to figure out what you are and what you do instead of anybody having a conversation with you. So why do it to other people? Why take that pain and transfer it to somebody else because your life is a mess? You'll never have my life. Never. Nor will I have yours. This is the hand that I was dealt. Just like you had the hand that you was dealt. But I was blessed because when I play spades and I got the little joker, the deuce, I had it. Let's start off with the 8. I'll start with the 8, 9, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, deuce, little joker, and the big joker. And I got all the aces and the kings. I'm getting to run a Boston in my life, honey. And when I snap that last card down on the table, don't get mad. Don't get mad. And you all should feel this way too. You walk around with the winning hand. You believe in the Lord Jesus Christ that he died for your sins and he's coming back again and that he rose after the third day. If you believe that kind of stuff like that, then you got the baddest hand in town, boo. That's just my belief. If you believe something else, don't put nothing in my comments. I don't care what you believe. You believe what you believe. I believe what I believe. You got to believe the way you believe. I believe him. I try my best. Am I perfect? Nope. Do I do everything right? Probably not. Wait a minute. I ain't even going to say probably. No. No, 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 no. And N-O. Don't do everything right. But do I love the Lord? And I try to be respectful of him and his time. And he telling me to come on this live. Because I feel like it had to be him to push me because I didn't want to do it. Everything came at me like gangbusters. I even had people challenge me in who I am spiritually, who I am, what I am, all of this. You don't get to do that for free. No. You got to press through. My bishop told me the other day, and it's true, I looked it up, that an eagle, like all other birds, they fly away from the storms and eat, but an eagle flies in the storm. And he told me that the eagle locks its wings when it's in the storm. And so I'm telling you the same thing he told me. As you go in the storm, lock your wings. Lock your wings. I love that. I love that he told me that because it helped me through a very, very tumultuous situation. And I had to lock my wings in it. So, no, we don't get it all wrong. We don't get it all right. We don't get it all wrong. But do not let anybody snatch your promise. You got to know who you are at all times because he'll come at you with things you least expect and they'll catch you off guard. But it won't catch God off guard because God sees it all. He knows everything that's coming up against you. And you turn it over to him when you don't know what else to do. Start praying and pray and ask God to help you. And don't let anybody tell you anything about who you are in God. Love God with your heart for real and try to do the best you can for real. Try to change your life for real. Try to have a better tomorrow for real. And God will see you every step of the way. We don't know what's real anymore out here and what's Memorex. It's so many stories and narratives going on right now. So many terrible things that people are doing to each other as friends, that friends you never thought would do things to each other. You have people doing things in the church now. It's crazy. People doing stuff in the church that they ain't got no business doing. I mean, trying to talk about people in the church. Don't do that. Don't talk about each other. Just do what you got to do for God. Stay focused on what he wants you to do and be faithful to the promise that he made to you. You already know what it is. You already know what you're supposed to do. Now, let me tell you something. This might hurt somebody's feelings, then I'm going to bed for real. If somebody tell you you can't sing, don't get your feelings hurt. Um, if you really, really think that you're supposed to sing or you're supposed to do anything, then learn how to do it. For real. Learn how to do it and learn how to do it well. Because not everybody gonna have every gift that everybody else has. Just because it's something you like to do don't mean it's something you're supposed to do. Okay? So find your thing. Okay? Find your thing. You have something. You have something special too. I don't care who you are. You have something special. God put you on this earth for a reason. Because he needs you for something. He knew I had a big mouth and won't mind telling you that God is amazing. That he is the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. He knows about it before it happens and knows it's going to happen after it's over. But guess what? He'll be there if you just call on him for real, and mean it with your whole heart. That's true. It's real true. I'm finding out the hard way that leaning on God is not hard. We make it hard. He's always available. We're the ones that aren't available. We're the ones that slip off and fall off and don't realize that we're falling off. But you should realize you're falling off when your whole demeanor and everything starts to change. The people that a lot of us talk about, yeah, they this and they that, and they change, and they shouldn't talk like that, and they shouldn't do this, and they shouldn't do that. Same stuff you do. You just passive. And you think because you are passive and you don't just blatantly tell people off, but yeah, you tell them off with your eyes, you tell them off with your actions, and you tell them off every opportunity you get with your platform. That doesn't make it any better. That makes you just as bad as anybody else. We're all messed up in something. We all have something we want to change. And the thing I'm going to change right now is this channel. I'm going to a different channel. I'm going to go here and click on the remote because I'm sleeping. But I love you all. And thank you again for joining my studio audience. You still haven't moved at all. You did a great job. You stayed here this whole time and didn't even move. I love you for it. I love you for showing up every week and sitting in the same space. They sit in the same seats every week. I think it's just awesome. But anyway, you guys, you have a great rest of your evening on purpose. I will see you probably in a couple of days. I don't think I'm going to wait all the way until Friday. I'm going to see you in a couple of days. Those of you who have a voice, start using it. Those of you who write, start writing. Those of you who sing, start singing. Those of you who dance, start dancing. If you play an instrument, start playing. If you don't do nothing, don't do nothing. I'm just kidding. If you don't do nothing, do something. Do something. Try something. Try something new. You might be good at it. You might surprise yourself. But anyway, I love you guys. Have a great rest of your evening. Be blessed and let God arise and your enemies be scattered. Bye.